Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to the session today. Today is going to be our very first demo with the data engineering with Google Cloud Platform. So can you guys confirm once am I audible first? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we hear you.
Okay. So thanks for confirming. So today is our very first demo with the data engineering with Google Cloud Platform. So thanks for joining today. In today's session, I'm going to talk about what is data engineering. So if we wanted to become a GCP data engineer, because there is a plenty of opportunities outside. So the moment you put a resume, you will be getting at least 15 to 20 calls. 15 to 20 interviews are getting scheduled. So if you wanted to become a GCP data engineer, so what is data engineering? First, let us try to understand. Then what is the role of a data engineer? Also, we will try to see. After that, second topic, we will try to understand what is Google Cloud Platform and what are the benefits of using the Google Cloud Platform over the other cloud platforms. Also, we will try to understand. Then we will try to see the detailed course curriculum and the course details. So these are the four topics that we are going to cover today as a part of the demo session, guys. Okay, so first we are going to see what is data engineering. After that, Google Cloud Platform overview, then the detailed course curriculum and the course details. So we will try to understand all of these four topics by the end of the session. So please be patient. So I'm going to tell you the detailed course curriculum, what we are going to cover for the next 3 months as a part of the course. Okay, so what are the course details also I will try to tell you with all the things. Okay, so maybe you may be having a different questions also, like how to get a job, what about my current experience, I do not know the cloud at all, and will I be able to do it, and does it make sense to my profile? So people may be having a different questions, right? So I'm going to answer all of those questions by the end of the session. Some people may be having a question, do I get a job from this course? What about my current experience? Some people does not know cloud at all, will I be able to do that? And does it make sense to my profile or not? So you may be having a different questions. By the end of the session, I will try to answer each and every question. Okay, now before we jump on to the what is data engineering as a first topic, first let me gonna tell you guys about me. Right, my name is Shaik Saidhul. Currently I'm working as a full-time SD at Quantec, and I'm also a consultant at Databricks. Coming to my education, I have completed my master's degree from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. I do have more than 8 years of experience into the data and AI field. Actually, it is 9 now. And coming to my certifications, I have done many certifications in GCP, Azure, Databricks, Python, Terraform. Now, coming to this particular course, I've been teaching it from last 2 years, I would say. GCP data engineering, I've been teaching it from last 2 years. Almost ran 65 batches. Okay, we ran 65 batches for GCP data engineering. So this is all about me, guys. So my name is Shaik Saidhul. I'm currently working as a full-time SDA at Quantec. I'm also a consultant at Databricks. Education, I have completed my master's degree from National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. I do have more than 9 years of experience into this data and AI field. I've done many certifications. Do have total 2 years of experience into this GCP data engineering training. Earlier, I was teaching Azure also. Okay, so ran 65 plus batches successfully. Plenty of opportunities are there for GCP data engineering from last 1.5 year onwards. people does not know it. They do not know the capability of the GCP data engineering. Still, they are going to the AWS and Azure. But GCP, you are going to get the job easily comparatively, because Azure is and Azure and AWS is having a huge competition. Getting the job becomes very difficult, very complex to get the job. But GCP, there's a very less competition, very huge amount of opportunities are there. Okay, getting the job becomes very, very simple. Now we will try to understand what is data engineering, guys. We will try to understand what is data engineering. Tell me, guys, what do you guys know about what data engineering? What is mean by data engineering for you? Any answers? Tell me what is mean by data engineering. Anyone? What do we do in the data engineering? Okay. So let me gonna tell you. No worries. In a data engineering, what usually happens is that you will be having a data that is coming from the multiple applications. See, the moment you wake up in the morning, you try to interact with an application, maybe Swiggy or Zomato. So the moment you try to interact with an application, you have a data that is coming from some application. You have a data that is coming from some file format in the form of a CSV file or a JSON file or a Avro file or a Parquet file. You have a data that is coming from some database. You have a data that is coming from the databases such as the MySQL database, SQL Server, PostgreSQL. You have a data that is coming from some IoT devices, nothing but sensor devices, right? So you have data coming from these multiple data sources, multiple data sources. So the very first thing we try to do is that we extract the data from these data sources and we try to store it here in the data lake. Okay, so we will be extracting the data from the multiple data sources. We are going to store the raw data. So the data in the data lake is more of a raw data. Okay, so we extract the data from the multiple data sources, we store it, and as it is nothing but as it is in the form of a raw data only. This raw data may contain a lot of issues, like it may have a duplicates, it may have a null values, it may have a bad records, it may have a unnecessary columns. Okay, so when you are dealing with the raw data may have a plenty of the issues such as duplicates, null values, bad records, unnecessary columns. Okay, so because of that, what we try to do is that we are going to do the data processing. In the data processing, we try to clean the data, we try to process the data. We try to process the data so that the data will be cleaned to remove all of these duplicates. So we are going to remove all of these duplicates here. Okay, so you extract the data from the multiple data sources, you are going to store it here in the form of a raw format. Once the raw data is there with you in the data lake, you are going to take the data into the data processing systems and you are going to clean the data to remove the duplicates, to remove the or to handle the null values, to remove the bad records and remove the unnecessary columns, so that you are going to add some kind of a value to the data. You are going to add some kind of a value to the data. This is called as a value addition process, where you are cleaning the data properly. Once the data is properly cleaned, now this data is readily available for the analysis purpose. Now the data is ready for the analysis purpose, where in the data warehouses you are going to analyze the data. You are going to analyze the data. So this is where, see, you extract the data, you store the data, you process the data, you analyze the data. Finally, these analysis reports are very useful for the downstream for creating the BI or ML or data scientist or a business groups for taking a proper decision to improve the business. The main purpose of data engineering is to improve the business. The main purpose of the data engineering is to do the analysis so that you get some kind of insights. Those insights are very useful for the business improvement.
Saidul, one quick question. This is all called as ETL process, right? Extract, transform, and load. What is
No,
the
no, no. That's
difference
different.
between that ETL and this data engineering?
No, no, no. That is totally different. Okay. So ETL is just a simple pipeline. It is not a pipeline here. You are having a lot of data sources here. Okay. So you are going to
Okay,
store the data, you are going to process the data and analyze the data according to your end users. So your
okay,
end user could be a BI, maybe supporting the ML, maybe supporting the data scientist or a business groups, right? So that they can able to use this data for their own purpose. Maybe BI for creating the dashboards and reports, for ML for creating the ML models, data scientists for finding the future trends, business groups for directly utilizing this data to improve their business. Right? So you are going to extract the data from these multiple data sources, you are going to store it, process it, analyze it, and then send it to the downstream, such as these BI, ML, data scientist, and business group. So in the data engineering, ETL is a one simple part. Okay, in the entire data engineering, ETL is a one simple part. Yeah. So you are going to extract the data from these multiple data sources, store it, process it, clean it, transform it, and analyze it so that this data can be utilized for the multiple downstream users, such as BI, ML, and data scientists and business groups. And one more important step is that during this process, you also take care of the data governance and monitoring, making sure that your data is properly governed and monitoring. So nothing but whatever the data that you are reading from the multiple data sources, the amount of a data you have to send it to the multiple platforms, and it should be accurate and complete throughout the system, right? So the amount of a data that you're dealing with today, it should be complete and accurate. That is nothing but, if you send 100 records of the data, you have to send 100 records of the data. So that data has to be complete and accuracy also has to be maintained. That is totally taken care by the data governance. That is totally taken care by the data governance. So this is what is data engineering, guys. So this is what is data engineering. In a data engineering, you are going to, what you are trying to do, the data engineering is a process of collecting the data, organizing the data, preparing the large amounts of the data for the analysis purpose. Data engineering is a process of collecting, organizing, preparing downstreams. During this process, you may be creating different systems or infrastructure for capturing the data, for storing the data, for accessing the data and processing the data efficiently. Right? So during this process, you may have to create a different systems or a infrastructure for doing all of these activities. Okay, so this is the process of data engineering. This is what we call it as a data engineering, guys. Okay, so now if you look at a role of a data engineer on a high level, I am telling you guys, on a high level, I'm telling you the data engineering. In our upcoming sessions, each and every step we are going to see in a very detail with all the examples and scenarios, so that you are going to understand it even more better. But on a high level, what is data engineering we are talking about? And what does this data engineer do on a daily basis? If you ask me, this guy extract the data, he will be focusing on the data ingestion process. He will be storing the data and managing the data properly, data storage and management, data processing with the different tools like Spark, Beam, and all of those things, pandas. Data quality and governance, making sure the data is accurate and complete throughout the process. So that's the reason need to focus on the data quality and governance. Data pipeline creation to automate the entire process, because doing the things takes a lot of time, because you are dealing with a huge amount of data here. So that's the reason we are going to create a batch pipelines as well as streaming pipelines to handle the data properly. And one more thing, performance optimization is one more important aspect, where multiple people or multiple queries or multiple pipelines may be not running in an efficient manner, right? So when you are working in the company, you need to make sure that your pipeline, your code, your SQL query, your Python code should be running in an optimized fashion, so that it should be economically running, right? So that's the reason making sure that your code is running optimized. So that's the reason performance optimization is one of the important aspect that every data engineer should be having a good knowledge. And next thing, monitoring and maintenance also. So these are all the things as a data engineer he will be doing on a daily basis. One data engineer may work on the data ingestion, one may work on the data storage and management, data processing, data quality, data pipelines, performance optimization, and monitoring and maintenance. So these are the different areas or roles that on a daily basis a data engineer will be doing. Okay, so that's what. Any questions, guys, before we go to the what is Google Cloud Platform? Do you guys have any question on a high level on a data engineering, please? Any questions on a high level you guys have on data engineering? Anyone? Okay, so if you do not have any questions, let us try to see what is Google Cloud Platform. Okay, so tell me, guys, what is the other cloud platforms that you guys know? What are the other cloud platforms that you guys know?
AWS,
Correct. So we have a AWS, we have a Azure,
Azure,
GCP, IBM, Alibaba. So these are the different cloud platforms available in the market. Right. So these are the different cloud providers.
we have Oracle Cloud.
Oracle also, yes. Yes. Oracle also. So these are the different cloud providers available in the market, guys. AWS, Azure, GCP, IBM, and Alibaba. Tell me, guys, what are these cloud providers provides us? What
Cloud
are these
Platform.
cloud providers provides us? So cloud providers provides you the cloud computing products and services. So cloud computing products as well as services they are going to offer you guys. So what are these cloud providers? Sir, you have a AWS, Azure, GCP, IBM, Alibaba, Oracle, different cloud providers available in the market. They are going to provide you the cloud computing products and services. And what is the advantage of these services? These services are very useful for the organizations. Very useful for the organizations. Why it is very useful, guys? Tell me.
They're scalable.
Right? So usually when you are working in an organization, you will be having a plenty of the project. In the project requirement can be to store the data, to process the data, analyze the data, visualize the data. So to do whatever the activities, right, you need a cloud computing services are required. Because if you want a working model, it will take a lot of time for. If you wanted to create these services on your own, right, that is what you call it as a on-premises working model. In a on-premises working model, creating such a kind of infrastructure will take a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money. So that's the reason most of the organization nowadays looking towards the cloud providers for getting the benefit of these services. Okay, so that's the reason whatever the requirement you take. For example, let us take a simple example. So assume that I'm giving you some 100 terabytes of the data. Tell me, guys, how do you store it? Without a cloud platform, how do you store it? In the company, your client has given you some 100 terabytes of the data. He's asking you to store it. Where do you store?
You have to store in company hardware.
Company hardware. So if the company is not having the hardware,
They have to purchase and maintain
correct.
extra.
So if the very first thing is that if you are following a on-premises working model, if you do not have a cloud, you have to purchase the machines. Then you have to install the operating system and libraries. Then you have to assign the storage, configure the backups, and networking, maintenance and management. Few more things will also be there, but these are high level things that you can understand, like, right? So if you wanted to store the data, if I wanted to store the data, these are all the things are very much important for us. First thing. So if I wanted to store the data, you need to do all of these things. Tell me, guys, how much time this will take? How much time this could take? It could take days, weeks, and sometimes it will take months also. Some few
Yeah.
months also it will take. Right? When you are working in the on-premises, this is what you call it as the on-premises working model, guys. When you are working in the on-premises working model, on-prem or a traditional method, when you are following a traditional method, when you are following a traditional method, it's gonna take a lot of time. It is going to take a lot of time. So it is going to take a lot of time, lot of money, lot of effort. Once your entire thing is ready, then only you can go for storing the data. Then only you can go for storing this data. So this is what will happen. So when you're working in the traditional working model, you're putting a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money you're spending. Okay, so this is what, when you're working in the traditional working model, you have to take care of all of these things. It will take a lot of time, maybe take somewhere around 1 month, so maybe 2 months, let us just take for everything to be ready, or maybe let us take only 1 month. Okay, it took 1 month for you to set up all of these things. Then after 1 month, then you will be able to store the data. After 1 month, then you will be able to store the data. So that's all. But if we have a cloud platform, what we will do, sir? If we have a cloud platform, what we will do? Okay, so if you have a cloud platform, what will happen, sir? Tell me. So if you have a cloud platform, that is what we call as a cloud. If you are working in the cloud, if you are working in the cloud, you just have to, you know, create your account, cloud account, create cloud account, which would not take hardly few seconds. Then find a suitable cloud computing service. Then you go for store it. Then you directly go and create that resource, maybe create resource, then store it. Tell me guys, how much time it will take here in the cloud? How much time do you think it will take?
Very less time.
Right? So it is gonna hardly take a day. If you wanted to store this data, hardly it will take day. So 1 day or few hours only it will take. Let me take 1 day. So look at the difference here. Look at the difference when you are working in the cloud platform and when you're working in the traditional method you're putting a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money. But when you're working in the cloud, the effort is reduced, the time is reduced, the money is also reduced. So that's the reason most of the companies who are using the traditional method, they are moving towards the cloud platforms. They're planning to move their entire workloads to the cloud platforms. So you see here, this is what is important. So what are cloud providers providing you? Cloud providers providing you the cloud computing services, right? Those services are very useful for the organizations to store the data, process the data, analyze the data, and visualize the data. And maybe if you wanted to create an application, you can build an application, deploy the application, scale the application, and scale the applications and services, right? So this is what. So this is how cloud providers providing you the cloud computing services, and these services are very useful for the organizations to fulfill their project requirement. This is what is requirement. This is what I usually call it as a project requirement. So this project requirement, if you wanted to fulfill it nowadays, we are going to use the cloud computing services. We are using the cloud computing services. Okay, so one of such a cloud platform is what, sir? If you ask me, one of such a cloud platform is a GCP, which we are focusing on it. Google Cloud Platform is a leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services. Cloud, sorry, Google Cloud Platform is a leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to fulfill their project requirements in a simple words. So that is what is Google Cloud Platform, guys. What is GCP? If you ask me, sir, Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider. Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to fulfill their project requirement. Okay, so this is what it is. The same definition I have given here, the same thing you can see. Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services offering you a range of cloud products and services to organizations to build, deploy, and scale the applications and services in the cloud platform. And these services are highly reliable and secure. You can also see here how many services it is offering, sir. If you ask me, so there are plenty of services it is offering you guys. Compute services, IAM services, management tools, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, machine learning services. Google Cloud Platform is offering you a plenty of cloud computing services and products, and these services are listed down. Some of these services are listed down here, you guys. You can see compute services, identity and security services, management tools, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, and machine learning services. As a data engineer, we are going to focus on these two areas. As a data engineer, we are going to focus on the big data as well as storage and database services. And why we learn the GCP, sir? If you ask me, Google Cloud Platform has a very good community support. Google is having a very good community support, and it is offering you the services cost effective. Compared to the AWS and Azure, Google is offering you the services very cost effectively. And it is flexible, scalable, reliable, secure, fully managed services it is offering, and the services are very simple and faster. Okay, so GCP is offering you a plenty of services, and these services are cost effective. These services are flexible, reliable, secure, scalable, as well as fully managed services also it is offering you. So this is all about the Google Cloud Platform and the overview, guys. And you can also see there's a huge amount of a growth rate for the GCP, guys. In the last quarter, there's a huge amount of a growth rate for the GCP compared to the AWS and Azure also. The growth rate is more for the GCP in the last quarter. You can see here. That means the companies are using the GCP more than the AWS and Azure started using it. So that's where there's a huge amount of opportunities are there for the GCP data engineer. The main aim of the course is to focus on these opportunities so that one can able to get the job easily. So that's the main aim of this course. Okay, yeah. So far we have seen what is data engineering, what is Google Cloud Platform. Any questions, guys? Anyone before we talk about the detailed course curriculum? Before we talk about the detailed course curriculum, do we have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So now let us try to look at the course curriculum, guys. Our course is divided into two topics, two main parts. Okay. Course curriculum. One is cloud basics. Okay, GCP cloud basics and the GCP data engineering tools. Okay, so the entire course is divided into two areas. One is GCP cloud basics, GCP data engineering tools. So let me gonna tell you what we are going to cover as a part of the cloud basics. We are going to cover the cloud overview, why we need the, and then we have seen what is introduction, why we learn GCP, opportunities and certifications. The actual topic starts from the GCP interfaces, guys. Okay, in the GCP interfaces, GCP is offering you plenty of the services. So if one wanted to interact with these services, so what are the methods are there and how do we interact with it? If you ask me, there's a console, cloud shell, cloud SDK. And so we are going to see in depth what is console, what is cloud shell, what is cloud SDK, and how do we interact with them. Then console walkthrough, I'm going to tell you how to create a free tier account, guys. So free tier account is worth of $300 for next 90 days validity. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to create it freely. Don't worry about it. In our next session, we are going to see how to, maybe in the next two sessions, we are going to see how to create a free tier account worth of $300 for the next 90 days. I'm going to tell you guys. Don't worry about that. We are going to practice, create all the lab sessions, everything in this free account only. Okay, yeah. And after that, we are going to see the project setup, enabling the billing, manage the billing, enabling the APIs and manage the APIs. So these are all the things that we are going to cover as a part of the console walkthrough. Then GCP locations, what is region, what is zone, what is selection criteria and importance. The next topic is I am an admin, what is identities, roles, policy, resource hierarchy. So these are the 6 modules that we are going to cover as a part of the cloud basics. As a part of the cloud basics, we are going to cover all of these topics, guys. Okay, cloud overview, GCP introduction, GCP interfaces, console walkthrough, locations, I am an admin. Everyone must focus on these things. Once that GCP cloud basics are completed, we will be entering into the data engineering tools. So first we will be focusing on the storage and database services. In the storage and database services, for storing the data, there are 3 varieties of the data we have. One is unstructured data, semi-structured data, and structured data. For working on the unstructured data, we have a GCS. For semi-structured data, we have a big table. Structured OLTP, we have a Cloud SQL. Structured OLAP, we have a BigQuery. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 storage and database services that we are going to cover here. 4 storage and database services that we are going to cover. And the next topic that we are going to see is the data pipeline creations. To create the Spark and Hadoop pipelines, we have a data proc. For creating the Apache Beam pipelines, we have a data flow. For creating the code-free pipelines, we have a data fusion. For orchestrating all of these things, we have a Airflow or a Composer. And recently, we have also added Lakehouse platform, that is Databricks. Okay, so all of these things that we are covering, guys. Dataproc 1, Dataflow 2, 3, 4, 5. So here 5 services that we are covering. In addition to this, we are also covering the streaming data ingestion tool, that is PubSub 1, event-based solution, that is Cloud Functions 2, Terraform, which is a complementary topic, that is 3. Terraform also covered. Okay, so here we have a 3. Total 4 plus 5 plus 3. Tell me, guys, how many services total? 12 services that we are covering. Out of 12, 10 are covered properly, 2 are the complementary topics which we will be covering. Okay, yeah. And finally, we are also learning about the programming concepts such as Linux basics, Python for data engineers, PySpark, and Apache Beam. These programming concepts also we are going to learn, such as Linux basics, Python for data engineers, PySpark, and Apache Beam. So these 4 topics also covered as a programming. Okay, so this is how. And let me gonna tell you, maybe on a high level, you can also see here. So this is our notes, guys. Everything is here. GCS. So you have everything here. I'm gonna share these notes with you later. GCS, Cloud SQL, BigQuery, BigQuery case studies, Python, Dataproc, Dataflow, PubSub, Airflow, Data Fusion, everything is here. Later point of time, I'm going to share you this access to you once you guys enroll for the course. This notes is everything, whatever you require is there in the notes. Okay, including the interviews also, resume templates, interview introduction, data engineering questions, SQL questions, Python questions, PySpark questions, certification dumps. So whatever the things that are required for you as an interview, resume templates, interview introduction, such as introduction, project 1 explanation, project 2 explanation, and the data engineering questions, SQL, Python, everything, interview questions also you have it here. Okay, and a high level, if you guys wanted to see the course content, you have it here. And a high level, if you guys wanted to see the course content, the timing is 7:30 to 8:30. Rest of the things are same. Take a minute and try to see the course content properly. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me. The same timing guys every day, 7:30 to 8:30. See,
It's
cloud
only
basics.
Monday to Friday or Saturday, Sunday also?
Monday to Friday only.
Monday to Friday.
Yes. So you will be able to see here, guys. I'm gonna tell you first thing: cloud basics, cloud overview, GCP introduction, interfaces, locations, IAM and admin, programming concepts: Linux, Python, PySpark, Apache Beam, data engineering tools. Sorry, sorry guys, sorry. GCS, Cloud SQL, BigQuery, Dataproc, Dataflow, Data Fusion, Airflow, PubSub, Cloud Functions, Databricks, Terraform, Bigtable. All the concepts are covered. And Terraform and Bigtable are the complementary topics only. And projects and case studies, 2 BigQuery case studies, 2 case studies and 1 end-to-end batch pipeline in the Dataproc, 2 case studies and 1 end-to-end streaming pipeline in the Dataflow, 4 end-to-end DAX in the Airflow, and 2 case studies and streaming autoloader in this one. And there is also, actually I forgot this one. I should actually update this thing. There are few things that are missing here. Migration project in the Cloud SQL. There is a one migration project also is there. Database migration project in Cloud SQL. So database migration project is also covered, and one complementary project is also there. There's a one complementary is nothing but, sir, these are videos. Okay, so you have an end-to-end complementary project is also there, which is a video. So this is an architecture, you have it everything here. Okay, so this is also there. Complementary end-to-end project is also covered. So these are all the things are there, guys. These are all the things are there which we are going to cover. The course details, right? So the course details, let me gonna tell you. Course duration, it will take actually 3 months. Okay, less than 3 months, I would say, guys. It is nowadays, it is taking 3 months. We are adding a lot of things, so it is taking 3 months. Less than 3 months. Timings daily 1 hour, Monday to Friday only. Timings is nothing but, you already know the timings. The timings is same timing, guys. Sorry, 7:30 to 8:30 AM IST, guys, Indian Standard Timings. Okay, yeah. And delivery, online live sessions, add-ons, video recordings are provided, comprehensive material provided, assignments will be there, real-time projects and case studies, interview questions, certification dumps, and the resume assistance. All the things are here. All the things are here, guys, right? So 3 months, Monday to Friday, daily 1 hour, online live sessions, video recordings are provided, comprehensive material provided. Material, just now I have shown you the material, right? That one. Projects and case studies covered, interview questions are covered, certification dumps are covered, resume assistance also provided. Okay, the prerequisite for the course is SQL, guys. If you guys have a basic knowledge on the SQL, that is the prerequisite for the course. The prerequisite for the course is SQL only. Okay, yeah. And target audience, whoever you are, whether you are struggling to get your job, or if you're stuck in your career, or you wanted to come out of it, or looking for a fast growing and high trending job, or seeking for a company switch for a rewarding pay hike, on you are working in a non-IT, you wanted to break into the IT. So whatever you are, whether you are working in a testing background, mainframe support roles, or non-IT roles, If you wanted to get into the data engineering with the GCP, this is a course for you guys. I'm telling you, this is a course for you. Okay, so these are all the things that we are going to cover. I have told you all the topics as an agenda: data engineering, Google Cloud Platform, course details, course curriculum also I have properly told you. Now tell me guys if anyone have any questions. Please raise your hand if you guys have any questions. Yes, it's for all the people guys. It's for all the people. Whoever you wanted to enter into the data engineering, right? So this is a course for you. Yes. Data engineering, ML, data scientist, all the people, they can able to attend this course. First, they can become the data engineer. Eventually, 1 or 2 years, they can become a data scientist or data machine learning engineer or whatever you are. Yeah. Any questions, anyone? Do we have any questions, guys?
No, sir. So tomorrow we don't have the class, right?
We do have a one more session. So demo sessions are on Saturday and Sunday. Regular sessions on Monday, Tuesday,
Oh,
Wednesday, Thursday, right? Monday to Friday. Okay. So
okay.
tomorrow we have a demo session 2, guys. Today we have just completed the demo 1 successfully, right? Just completed it.
We'll be using the same link to log join, right?
Yes, same link. So demo 2, same link, same time. Okay, tomorrow. Same link, same time tomorrow. Okay. Okay, don't miss. We are going to start a very first topic, GCP interfaces. Okay, so you should not miss, guys, which is a very important topic. Okay, yeah. Yes, we are going to cover the data cleaning methods also, right? Data processing covers data cleaning, data cleansing, data transformation, value addition process will be there for sure. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions, anyone? If you guys have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can wind up the session, please.
No questions.
Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you all. If you do not have any questions, please
Thank you,
attend
sir.
the tomorrow demo session as well. We will see few more things in the next session. Thank you, guys. I hope you guys have learned something today.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
all.
Thank you, Saidhul.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
guys. Thank you all.